Hello and welcome. In today's exercise, we're going to solve a problem using a moment generating function. For this particular problem, our moment generating function for a random variable c, a, or whatever is going to be denoted by e to the lambda times e to the t minus 1. And in order to get the mean of this function, we just simply have to derivate the moment generating function and evaluate it in t equals 0. So let's go on. Let's move on. It will be useful if we first remember some aspects from calculus 1. We first need to remember that the formula for derivating a e to the u equation, it's going to be like this. If we have a d to the u, if we want to get the derivative of a e to the u, it's going to be equal to e to the u times u prime, which u prime is going to be the derivative of the component that we have here. So if we compare it to our moment generating function, we can clearly see that we have a e to the u. So okay, then we're going to derivate. For derivating, we first will need to do it by 2 times because we have two pairs of e to the u. So we have one here and one here. So what we're going to do first is going to derivate this term up here, and then we're going to derivate the second one that's here. Okay, so we're going to call b to the t minus 1, which is this part. And the derivative of this is going to be 1, because the derivative of t is 1 and the derivative of minus 1 is 0. So then we can move on, and then we will substitute this term in our equation. Here we have u times lambda that to the e to the v times b prime, as the formula stated. This formula. This u is going to be all this part. So then we just substitute our v, and we had that u is equal to lambda to the e to the v, which is in this case t minus 1 times 1. And if we derivate that, we will get a lambda to the e times v. Once we have our derivative, we just have to substitute in our u prime that we obtained. We will put it right next to our e to the u, and we'll give us our final equation already derivated. All that we have to do now is to evaluate in t equals 0. So we're going to substitute every t with the value of 0, and we will get something like this. Then we should remember that putting e to the 0 doesn't really mean that's going to be 0. So we need to solve the operation we have here in order to not make a mistake. So this is what we get. Then we can see that once we solve these operations, we'll get this. Lambda times e to the minus 1 times e to lambda e minus 1. And we can simplify our equation by sending this minus 1 multiplying, as the law of exponents tell us. So once we perform this step of putting this minus 1 here as multiplying, we'll get that our result is going to be lambda to the e to the lambda e minus 1 times minus 1. And this is going to be the mean for our function. Thank you so much.